VWeb Enterprises. Only a call away. Always ready, always equipped. Get your project done efficiently and effectively. Your home of projects. Any day, anytime, any location. Salaries are project planning, management, product supply, and professional service providers. Contact us today. Your number one professional project manager.
Hello, how are you? Hope you're keeping well. Welcome to Njeri VWeb Enterprises YouTube channel. My name is Njeri Mbogwa, your project planner and manager. Like I promised you last week that I have great content prepared just for you. Today we look at the legal process of buying land in Kenya. The reason why I decided we do this topic simply because most of my clients have been trying to invest in Kenya by buying lands, and most of them have been buying air in terms of buying land. Why? Simply because most probably they don't follow the process that is supposed to be followed. They just meet with people and they just purchase the land. So these steps that I'm talking about, or the steps that are involved in this legal process are, first of all, you need to identify the county that you want to buy your land. And after identifying the county, you also need to know the purpose of your land. The purpose of the land can be maybe residential, you want somewhere to build for your family, or maybe you want to do farming, or it's just a commercial purpose where you want maybe to build rentals or something else. After you identify the county and the purpose, the next thing it is to visit. You just don't buy lands like anything, just anything else, like something that you can just buy online. You need to visit the land, you need to visit the county where you want to buy the land, and you visit several lands before you settle on the land that you want to buy. So how do you visit this county? And maybe you're so new there. You just get an honest person from around who will help you to move around to different parcels of lands. The next step, when you have already identified the land that you want to buy, it is to do a search. The land search is being done at the county land registry. Why do we do the land search? We do the land search to know the owner, to know whether there is an issue with the land, and also to know whether there is loan that have been secured using the land. What you require when you're doing search, it is the title of the land. You also need your ID copy and KRA PIN copy. After you do your search and the results are positive, the next thing I always advise people, it is to get a professional surveyor. Why do you need a professional surveyor? The professional surveyor will help you to identify the beacons on the ground and also to know the actual size of your land. He will go there using a map, and this map you can get it from the land registry. After the search have been done and you have gone there with the surveyor and everything is set, the next thing it is to negotiate about the price. At this point, you can either involve the advocate or you can just negotiate the price with the seller. The next thing that we do, it is the sale agreement. Sale agreement normally is written down by the advocate, but also people prefer to do it. But since this is a legal process that you are following, it is being done by the advocate. This is where you discuss about the terms of buying the land, and also you discuss about the deposit, how much is going to be paid as a deposit, and the rest of the amount will be paid at what point and how much. After the sale agreement, the seller needs to pay all the land rates in case there are any that have not been paid. This will protect the buyer from debts. When you have confirmed that the seller have already paid the land rates, the next thing is seeking for consent. And how do we seek the consent? We seek consent by visiting land registry at the county level, where we are given a date to meet Land Control Board. This Land Control Board, it involves a High Commissioner and the elders. It is at this point where, if the seller have not agreed maybe with the family, you will be able to know. Or if the land have other issues, maybe it was said not to be sold, you will also be in a position to know. So once the consent is given, now the buyer is good to go on the other process of paying the full amount of the land. After the consent, this is where we do the document transfer. So the seller will present all the land documents to the advocate, and it is at this point in most cases where the buyer will now pay the full amount of the land, because at this point now we say the land now, the buyer owns now the land, and it is just now the processing of documents that is remaining. After document presentation and the transfer of documents starts, we do the valuation. Where do we do the valuation? We do the valuation to know the true value of the land. And at this point, after knowing the true value of the land, we need to pay for the stamp duty. The stamp duty is used to register your property. Normally, the stamp duty is determined by knowing whether the land is at the municipality or for the agricultural purposes. If it is at the municipality, the stamp duty is rated at 4%. And if it is at the rural agricultural area, it is rated at 2%. The stamp duty is paid by the buyer through his or her iTax portal. After payment of the stamp duty, we wait for the issuance of the title, which now will be under the buyer's name. This process takes 1 to 3 months, depending with the county. And one more last step that I always advise. After you get hold of your title, it's advisable to do another search after 1 or 2 weeks. This is to confirm whether the title is reading your name. And that is the end of this process that you're supposed to follow when buying the land. Hope the information will help you the next time that you're coming to buy land in Kenya. For this video, kindly like it, share it, and don't forget to comment. If you have not yet subscribed, kindly do, and also hit that notification bell. Till next time, have yourself a great week.